So it's market shares, if you want. All hotels or tour operators together are 100%. So if somebody has 6%, a 6% result, this is his or her share of all keywords, all clicks, and this value added together. On the 10th place, we find in the ranking maritime hotels, then Melia, 9th position. They lost a bit compared to last year. Robinson, Marriott have also lost percentages. Can I get another? I cannot really read it, says the speaker. Hilton had 4.3% before. And then there was a surprise in Holiday Inn. They do much better compared to last year in search engine marketing, SEO and SEA. Ibis has lost a position. NH Hotels ranks 3rd. Motor One 2nd. Not as good as last year, and AO Hostels has now the 1st position. That was Motor One last year. They had the pole position last year. They were on the throne, and now it's AO Hostels again. They took their revenge. So we looked, of course, at the position of these hotels in search engine marketing. On the y-axis, you see SEO and SEA on the x-axis, so ads, SEA. If there would be somebody on the very high right corner, this would be someone who is good in both. So none of these big change is using both channels in the same way. Motor One is very good in SEO, and AO Hostels is very good in SEA. But none of them is doing well in both sectors. This will be a little bit different for the tour operators. So Marriott, Robinson, Melia, Robinson, they are occupying the last position, and Ibis is trying to get a little bit closer to these. Travel portals of travel agents. We looked at them year after year. TUI Cruises, organizing maritime cruises. L Tour as a last-minute offer. They lost some positions. You cannot really see it, unfortunately. Der Tour has losses. Berge and Meer, one of our customers, is doing better. Novasol is doing better as well. They bought several startups from around Airbnb. Thomas Cook, rather a disappointment this year. During the last year, they could grow their percentage, but now they lost 2%, almost 2% this year, as compared to last year. FTE is doing better. AIDA. It's doing better than last year. Then Neckermann Travel, they're part of Thomas Cook, by the way. They're doing worse, so to speak, although they are still on the 2nd position. And then there's TUI, more or less the same as last year. That was like this during the last 4 or 5 years. They are doing best. They're not doing it in an optimized way, but they're doing best amongst the others. Once again, this marketing matrix on the upper right-hand side would be good in SEO, and on the upper right side, good in SEA. And there you can see SUI, that's best in class in on both fields, in SEO and SEA, at present at least. Nobody can get them, maybe Neckermann Reisen or AIDA, but all the others are way behind. The large tour operator, until today, did not really do a good job online. Let's look at the details. This was a cumulative ranking, SEA and SEO, for search engine marketing, and now we are looking only at ads. There's a newcomer in the first three, amongst the first three. You can see here the comparison between 17 and 18. Marriott, very good amongst the always amongst the first 10, but they lost 5.3%. Robinson 5.3%, and you can also see maybe 3.3 and 3.7%. So they have lost in the marketing AdWords sector. Then we have Motor One. You've already seen it in the matrix that they were rather strong in SEA, but not in SEO. Ibis encountered some losses. Holiday Inn Express had made up some percentage, and NH Hotels almost the same as last year. Hilton, little backlash. Then the newcomer, and A Hostels, we talked about it before, the newcomer's Holiday Inn. Let's have a look at the details. Why is A Hostels best of this group in hotels? It is due to the fact that they use 24 times more keywords, or use ads with keywords, as compared to the average hotel, which is enormous. 32 times more clicks at AO Hostels via ads as compared to the average hotel. And that is what they invest, 36 times as much as an average hotel brand. This is what they invest in SEA. So it's a massive investment, 7-digit. So not very many changes. 10 is TUI Cruises, 9 is their tour. Then there were considerable losses for Thomas Cook. I've already seen that before, already shown that before. FTI, more or less the same position. Berg and Meer has made up some ground. Nova Sol, much better than before. AIDA, TUI as well, is doing better. And Neckermann Travel as well has lost a bit, but they are still the leaders, despite the losses in SEA. So why is Neckermann doing better than TUI? They use 22 times more keywords than the average tour operator. Of course, they have a large portfolio, a large variety of destinations. They get 36 times more clicks, and they invest 40 times more than the average operator in adverts. And this is also a 7-digit investment. SEO. Once again, comparable criteria. There's one newcomer in the top 10, but I start with the hotels here. Steigenberger, unchanged. 10th position, AO Hostels, we've already seen that. Better in AdWords than in SEO. Marriott, Mercure 6, B&B 5, Maritime 4, much better. NH Hostels, NH Hotels, sorry, on 3. Ibis on 2, and Motor 1 on the first position. And the newcomer is Bio Hotels. 0.26% last year, and now 2.7%, so 10 times as much market share as last year. Do you know Bio Hotels? Who knows it? So the industry knows about it. Motor 1 is the most valuable SEO clicks. We can find that in 9 times as many notions terms as the average hotel, and they get 25 times more clicks as the average hotel. And these clicks are particularly valuable because they rank in the hotel sector. So it's worth 30 times as much as for the others. Who is sitting on the SEO throne? 10th position, 1, 2, 3 Fly, Der Tours, TUI Tours, Our Tours, as you can see here. During the first study, they were not even part of the top 10. L Tour lost, Thomas Cook unchanged, FTI much better, Neckermann almost unchanged, and the TUI is the #1 in SEO. And they could even do better than last year. So you can here see the distributions. If we have changes from last year to this year, there can be a champion. If it's all on the left side, it's a very similar field. Why does TUI get the best SEO clicks? 53 times as valuable as the click of an average tour operator. 45 times as many keywords. 25 as many keywords, 45 times as many clicks. SEO is no longer easy to do. In the past, you could buy text from text marketplace, Indian links, so to speak. You could also buy links at eBay, use a website with blog networks. And that worked rather well. But now Google with Penguin and Panda stopped this. And it is much more difficult with SEO now to optimize. So people concentrate on content marketing, they want meaningful content, and they try to have a real link, to have enthusiastic people, and so on. How can you do that? You need a strategy. You need to know where you want to be seen in Google and who is to help me. If you have a customer with a marketing campaign and a SEO campaign, we want, first of all, ask ourselves what are the keywords that we want to use, and sometimes it doesn't work. Each and any tour operator wanted to be present in with a keyword as holidays in Turkey. Maybe now it's holidays in Mallorca or in Germany. That's difficult, but for flights, for hotels, you need to know where you can be competitive, where there is not so many competition. What is a destination where you can do a really good offer? Croatia, maybe, where the competition is not that fierce because the biggest players are not there. So who can help you, who can link you, as you cannot buy or generate these links any longer. So you need to know who has a message, who has a mission to bring forward a region or a country. This will be, of course, tourism associations, but also other experts who are interested in getting to know Croatia, for example, or informing about Croatia. So you should know before who can be your partner in this. Then just like before, you would establish a text, a content with a manual. So this will not only be keywords, but also already answers to users' questions. Maybe also a customer support. All this will be presented in the form of a landing page. Not too many texts. You try to do something interactive, a travel guide, an interactive travel guide. Where can I go with a family, for example, to Croatia? Where can I do hiking? Where can I do surfing in Croatia? So you need something specific so that people would say, this is a page where I would like to do some sharing. And people would say, okay, I would use that on Facebook also and share it on Facebook, which is not often the case. So you go through these different phases and you talk to the expert that you have identified before. In influencer marketing, as we heard before, it's 4 people, some nice pictures on Instagram, but after 10 minutes the effect is over. If in SEO for several months you have certain keywords, this really generates value, generates money. Think of it before. This is a case of startup. There will be new ones. This is a visibility study done by Systrix. They look at keywords and its development. How can we compare a visibility index? It's a little bit like a stock exchange index. So for many SEO experts, it gives a first orientation. 30,000 rankings we got in the hotel area within some months, 1,500 in top rankings, 1,300 backlinks and 4,400 Facebook shares. And this may have had as a consequence that this was bought by Pro7 Sat.1 and is now part of Webbybox. If you want to get some information on that, what we do it exactly, you can use this link. And you can also download this presentation and ask me directly and get some information on digitaleffects.de ITB. Thank you very much.